Let's go to page 466 and start with number 1a. Okay, so you have f of x equal to x over 2 and g of x equal to x minus 3 and h of x equal to square root of x. Okay, so 1a, you're looking for f of g of 8. So you can make sure you write out several columns, and so let's look for g of 8. So to look for g of 8, we come over here, look for a g function. So g of 8 will equal to 8 minus 3. So g of 8 equal to 5. So this is equal to f of 5, right? G of 8 equal to 5. Now to find f of 5, we have to come over here. So f of 5 becomes 5 over 2. And so this is equal to 5 over 2. Okay, so let's go to 1b. So you can get all your functions ready. Now we don't have to write the h of x because there's no h function over here. Okay, so 1b, you're looking for f of g of negative 5. So again, all we have is f and g, so all we need is 2. We don't have the h over here, so we don't need that. Okay, so again, let's look for g of negative 5. So what if you substitute, put in parentheses? So g of negative 5 will equal to negative 8. So this becomes f of negative 8. So to find f of negative 8, you come over here. So f of negative 8 equal to negative 8 over 2. And so this will equal to negative 4. Okay, okay, 1c. Okay, so get our functions ready. Okay, so 1c, you're looking for f of g of 0. Okay. Okay, let's look for g of 0 first. So g of 0 equal to 0 minus 3. So g of 0 equal to negative 3. So this equal to negative 3. So this becomes f of negative 3. Now to find f of negative 3, we come over here. So f of negative 3 equal to negative 3 over 2. So this will equal to negative 3 over 2. Okay. Okay, let's go to 1d. Okay, so you got f of x equal to x over 2. G of x equal to x minus 3. So you're looking for f of g of x. Okay, so g of x is already over here, so this becomes f of, so g of x is x minus 3, right? So g of x is x minus 3. Now to find f of x minus 3, you come over here. So f of x minus 3 equal to, so whenever you see x, you change into x minus 3. And so this will equal to x minus 3 over 2. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, so this one you're using the f function and h function. So f of x equal to x over 2, and the h function is equal to square root of x. Okay, so you're looking for f of h of 9. Okay, so first is look for h of 9. So h of 9 equal to square root of 9. So h of 9 is equal to 3. So this becomes f of 3. Right, again, h of 9 is 3. Now to find f of 3, we have to come over here. So f of 3 will equal to 3 over 2. And so this will equal to, when you simplify, it becomes 3 over 2. Okay, 3b. can get our function ready. So 3b, you're looking for f of h of 4. Okay. So to find h of 4, you come over here. And so h of 4 will equal to 2. So this becomes f of 2. Okay, so f of 2, to find f of 2, you come over here. And so it becomes 2 over 2. So this will equal to 1. 2 over 2 is equal to 1. Okay, okay, let's go to 3c. So f of x is equal to x over 2. H of x equal to square root of x. So for 3c, you're looking for f of h of negative 4. Okay, so let's look for h of negative 4. Then you run into a problem. Okay, so this one you cannot, right? Because we deal with a real number, so this one is not real. So we cannot do anything after that. Okay, okay, let's go to 3D. Okay, so we can get our functions ready. Okay, so 3D, you're looking for f of h of x. Okay, so over here, h of x, we already got it over here, so this becomes f of square root of x. Then to find f of square root of x, you come over here, so f of square root of x. So that means whenever you see x, you're going to make into square root of x. And so this will equal to square root of x over 2. Okay, let's go to number 5a. This one you're using the h and g function, so let's go and get our h and g function. Okay, so g of x is x minus 3. H function is equal to square root of x. Okay, so you're looking for h of g of 12. Okay, so first let's look for g12. So g12, come over here, so you put 12 in the place of the x. So g of 12 equal to 9. Okay, so this becomes h of 9. Right? G of 12 equal to 9. Now to find h of 9, you have to come over here. So h of 9 equal to square root of 9. So h of 9 will equal to 3. So this is equal to 3. Okay, let's go to 5b. Okay, so you can get the h and g function ready. So g of x equal to x minus 3. H of x is equal to square root of x. So 5b, you're looking for h of g of 2. Okay, so first you have to look for g2. So g of 2, you come over here. So g of 2 will equal to 2 minus 3. So g of 2 equal to negative 1. So this becomes h of negative 1. To find the negative 1, you come over here. So h of negative 1 equal to square root of negative 1. And again, this is not real, right? Okay, let's go to 5c. So you can get our functions ready. So 5c, we're looking for h of g of x. Okay, so g of x, we already got over here. So be h over, so g of x is x minus 3. And then to find this one, we come over here. So h of x minus 3 will equal to square root of x minus 3. And so this will equal to square root of x minus 3. Okay. Okay, let's go to 5d. This one, all you have is a h function. So h of x equal to square root of x. So you're looking for h of x. Okay, so h of x, we got it from here, it's a square root of x. Okay. So now to look for that, to look for this part over here, so h of square root of x will equal to square root of x. And so this will equal to x to the 1/4 power, or the 4th root of that, right? Square root of square root is 4th root. Okay. Okay, now let's go to number 7. Okay, number 7. Okay, it says use a horizontal line test to determine whether. So, original function, you have to use a vertical line test to see if it's a function. For the inverse, you have to flip it over so it becomes like this. Okay, so this is not a function. The inverse is not a function because it touches more than one point. So number 7 is no. Okay, so number 7 is no. It's not. The inverse is not a function. Same thing with number 9. Okay, again, when you use a horizontal line test, it touches more than one point. So the inverse function, it's not going to be a function. Okay, so number 7 is no. Number 9 is no. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 11, you want to find the inverse and then graph. Okay, so graphing you can do on your own, so I'm just going to help you to find the inverse function. Okay, so this is the original. To find the inverse function, first you change it into a y. Okay, now to find inverse, you need to go and switch x and the y. So y becomes x, and x becomes y. Okay, so now the red one is your inverse function. So now you have to solve for y. So plus 3 on both sides. So you got x plus 3 equal to 2y. And I'm going to switch this over because this one look kind of awkward doing this way. So I'm going to switch it over, switch the two sides. Then I'm going to divide by 2. So you got y equal to x plus 3 over 2. Okay, and this is after switching, so this is the inverse function. Okay, so this is your inverse function. So inverse function of x equal to x plus 3 over 2. Okay, okay, let's go and do number 13. Okay, number 13, you have f of x equal to x to the 3 power. Okay, so make into y. So y equal to x to the 3. Now to find the inverse function, you have to switch x and the y. Okay, switch x and the y. Then I'm gonna move things around. So y cubed equal to x. Okay, so you can first you switch the x and the y. Then after that you have to solve for y. Then from here, you're going to raise both sides to the 1/3 power so that this will cancel out. So you got y equal to x to the 1/3 power. And y, it would be just inverse function of x. Okay? And 1/3 power would be cube root of x. That's what this is. Okay? And so that's your inverse function. Now, to do the graphing, you just have to make the table and do it. Okay, so like this one over here. If you were to graph this one over here, so you have y equal to 2x minus 3. So your slope-intercept form. So your intercept is -3, and slope is 2. So you go up 2 over 1. So that's that. Whereas the inverse function, you just flip things over. Now, to flip things over is very simple. Again, all you have to just, switch the coordinates. So this is 0, negative 3. So when you switch over, this becomes negative 3, comma 0. Okay? So this becomes negative 3, comma 0. See that? Okay? And this point over here is 1, comma negative 1. So when you switch over, it becomes negative 1. So when you switch over, this becomes negative 1, comma 1. Okay? And again, you just go ahead and connect the two dots. So this is your inverse function, and this is your original function. Now, if you were to graph this one over here, this one you probably have to make the table. So your original function, if you let x equal to 0, then f of x, right? So 0 to the 3 power is 0. If you make it 1, 1 cubed is 1. If you make it 2, 2 to the 3 power is 8. And if you go the opposite direction, negative 1 will give you negative 1. Negative 2 will give you negative 8. Okay? So let's go and graph that. So 0, 0. Then you're going to get okay, so 0, 0, that's over here. Then you got 1, 1, and then 2, 8. Okay, so your graph gonna look something like this. And you got negative 1 and negative 8 right over here. Okay, so that's your original graph. Now, to do the inverse graph, okay, all you just switch x and the y. So like this point over here, the 0, 0, when you switch, you still get 0, 0. Okay? 1, 1, when you switch, you're still going to get 1, 1. Okay? The difference is this one over here. Okay? So this point is going to give you 2, comma 8. So when you switch over, it's going to give you 8, comma 2. Okay? So graph's going to look something like this. Right? So you can 2, 8, switch over becomes 8, comma 2. And to do this one, you do the same thing, right? This one, the original is negative 2, comma negative 8. So when you switch over, it's going to give you negative 8, comma negative 2. Okay? So this will give you negative 8, comma negative 2. So again, inverse function, you just switch x and the y. The coordinate, you just switch. Okay, see the coordinate? 2, 8, you switch it into 8, 2. Okay, so 0, 0 is still 0, 0. 1, negative 1, still the same. Okay, this is supposed to be right over here. Okay, so the red one is your inverse function, the black one is your original function. Okay, so you can to graph the inverse function, you just switch x and the y, and you just get those points.